Hello gang, and welcome back to the channel where I am going to attempt to speak like, I don't know, I know something about empathy or something. If you're involved in this chainsaw community and you're not just simply watching my videos, you probably are aware that we lost a member of the community recently. It's been a while, maybe a month ago, something like that. I don't know for sure, but Pat, the guy that many of you probably know as Cajun Work Saws, decided that it was the right thing to do to end his life. I don't know how to talk about this, guys. I'm a piss poor communicator whenever it comes to things like this. It's been weighing on me, like I'm sure it has many folks. And I don't know what to do. But there's a lot of things that can be said about Pat. But to me, for my experience with him, he was a good guy. I liked Pat. I didn't know him well enough to say that he was my friend, even though we were friendly. We did communicate a bit through texting. Sometimes we would call and talk with each other. And whenever I got the news that he had passed, Indiana Doug he told me. And it's just like, wow. So I don't know his family at all. I mean, I do know names and things like that, but there's been no communication whatsoever. And why would there be, you know? But I'm a big believer in the idea of saying, I'll be praying for you, or my thoughts are with you, is useless. You know, I get the meaning intentions that people have whenever they say stuff like that, but ultimately they just don't mean dick. So I'm like, what can I do to help out his family and just do something for his family? Because right now they don't need my thoughts. They don't need my prayers. Probably the most important thing they need is money. And that's all there is to it. Pat built this saw for me. This is a 281 XP. It might have been a 288 when it started. Nope, 281. It had a 288 XP light cover on it. I remember that. That's what it was. But I wanted a 5-cube brace saw. Talked with him about it, and this is what he came up with. It's got tons of compression. I've got tons of videos out there featuring this saw. I have ran it in several races, and I've never been embarrassed by it. It always runs like an absolute champ. It really does. It runs perfect every time I fire it up. So it is a good, solid build, and I call it Bobby Boucher. I have fun with it. I painted the top cover all goofy, all sparkly and stuff, you know. And I've had fun with this saw. But I think that his family has much more need of what this saw could bring than I do. All right, so I've decided to do a raffle. Now, I decided this a while back. I've talked with Doc on the phone, actually, about it. He was wanting me to maybe make a tribute saw, a Cajun tribute saw. And I thought, what better thing to do than to just simply let somebody buy a ticket for a raffle on this thing, and of course we're in YouTube world, we have to call it a waffle, right? Because whenever we put that word raffle up there, it's they don't like that. They consider it gambling. And if you're one of those fools that want to turn me in for gambling because I'm trying to donate a saw and earn some money for a family in need, well, then you can go fuck right off. I don't have time with your bullshit. So that's enough of that. But I got talking with Super Dave about it, Dave Hayward, and he thought, you know what? You know what I don't need? A 462. And so he decided to contribute this as well. So what we're going to do is we will do one waffle, right? In the description below, you will find my Cash App, and you just make a donation. If you make a donation, I don't care what size it is, you get one chance to win the raffles, a raffle saw. Now, I've ran the 281 extensively, and it runs great. I think that if you wanted to use it as a work saw, you would have no issues. I talked with Pat about it. He's like, oh, you might overheat, but I haven't noticed anything, and I've definitely put it through its paces. It's a good solid build, and it'll run good. But it was intended to be raced, and it has a documented, what was it? I think 8.5 or 8.6 horsepower. So it's a good, strong saw, very strong saw. Not the fastest saw in the world, but a very strong saw nonetheless. And I have ran this thing a few times as well. What I know about it is it runs flawlessly and will make anybody a darn good work saw. This was never intended to be a fast saw. This is a work saw. And there you have it. I guess, you know, me being me, I'll have to figure out a way to mumble and talk a little bit more, but that's about all I can say. I'm offering up these two saws. If you want to make a donation, and if you want to, there's ways. So you, on Cash App, you can write a message in there. And I absolutely recommend that you do write a message in there and say, for the 281 XP / 462 waffle saw, right? That way I know what it's for specifically. And you'll be put into the drawing and stuff. But if you want to say specifically, I don't want either one of those saws. So this is just a donation for Pat's family, right? If you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. But am I gonna, I thought about, like, the first place winner would get to choose which one they wanted, and then the second place winner would take it over. Because honestly, if you're not looking to race, this right here is probably going to be the better saw, you know. So I was like, well, should I give people the opportunity to choose which one they want? And I honestly don't know. Screw it. Yes, that's easy. That's easy for cheesy. The first place winner will get to choose which one they want. The second place winner will take the leftovers. There you go. All right, because I can completely see that if I was a dude just cutting firewood, I would rather have this saw. But if I was a dude that was wanting to take saws to the races to fit into the 5 cube class, I would want this saw. Right? This saw would murder it. You know, this saw is definitely faster in the cut than this guy is. However, this guy would be way better firewood and production type of saw than this would. So yeah, I'm going to give that a chance. If the first name that I draw, you will get to choose. And then the next guy gets whichever one is left over. But that's the dealio. That's what we're doing here. The 281, the side cover there, the brake broke, right? So I disassembled it all and cut that slash there for better chip removal. Made it probably a tiny amount faster. But it was always just a aftermarket setup here anyways. So if you want, just replace it with an aftermarket one. I do have one that I could put there on there, an OEM one, but I'm not willing to give that up. So there you go. That's that. And if you give, whatever you give, man, whatever you give. If you want to give $100, give $100. If you want to give $1, give $1. All right. I just am looking to hopefully get as much money as I can to send to his wife to use to help pay bills, you know, because there's going to be a lot of them. And I mean, nobody wants to be in that situation. I wish the best for everyone. I don't know how it all happened or why, and I don't want to know. I just know that Pat was okay in my book. He was an asshole to a lot of people. I mean, he was an asshole to a lot of people, but I always saw it as, he's my asshole. You know, like I feel confident that if I had been with Pat and somebody started shit with me, Pat would be there and have my back. You know what I mean? I looked at it that way. And I would have had Pat's back too, you know? So anyways, I feel awkward as shit doing this, as it probably is apparent in the video. But I think that it'll all be good. And if you're wanting some sort of security that I am going to do the right thing and we'll be sending this money to Pat's wife, I can't give that to you. You just have to trust. And hopefully, I mean, I was asking my wife, or talking with my wife about it, and she was like, how much do you think that you'll get? I'm like, I have no idea. It might be $500 or it might be $5,000. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's going to go to her, you know? And I think this is an important video, and I don't feel right sharing videos, a lot of my videos, on chainsaw groups because it's like shameless self-promotion, right? So if you feel like this is a good cause, please share it with multiple different chainsaw groups because we need to get eyes on this. A lot of people knew Pat. And even if they didn't, they understand that there's a family that's in need and this is an easy way to help, and they might win a chainsaw. So yeah, please share this on your Facebook groups because I don't feel right sharing it. I've never felt right sharing my videos on Facebook groups. I've done it a handful of times, but I try and steer clear of it because it feels like odd, shameless self-promotion. And I would rather you guys share the video. So please do that. That way I will be keeping none of the money. So this is all going to go to Jessica. So, and Jessica, if you're watching this, I don't need to hear anything from you. It's all fine. You'll just get an amount of money into your PayPal account or whatever it is I've got. I'm certain that I still have you because anytime money exchanged, it was always going through your account. But Dave has your information. We will get it to you. No need to say a damn thing to either of us. This is just simply, here you go. I know it was it is a shitty situation that you are in, regardless of what happened. I don't know or care. I just want to help in what little way I can. So there you go. That's enough. I've rambled enough. You will have 2 weeks from today's date. So, like, literally, this is going to come out on Friday. I guess I should actually give dates here. Where's my calendar? There it is. Today is October, well, you will be seeing this October the 24th. On November the 7th is whenever I will do the video announcing the winners. Okay? So anything that I get on the Cash App account that I have listed in the description will be going towards Pat's family. All right. I know he's got a son that I believe is in high school, and had a wife, and yeah, just doing what I can, doing what I think in this situation is the best thing that I can do. All right. Later.